Now, over the past few months, we've been seeing great economic headlines, great news coming out the financial hemisphere. But that's what we're seeing on the surface. This is like an iceberg, and we're not seeing what's happening underneath the surface. And we're hearing that this economy continues to create jobs, and every day we're hearing about the Fed cutting rates, the possibility of the Fed cutting rates. And we're seeing the stock market indexes hit record highs day after day. But what's actually happening beneath the surface and what's happening on the street is a stark difference than what's happening in Wall Street and what's being portrayed in the media on Main Street. And there are still a ton of people hurting in this country financially. And you still have a good half of the country on a razor's financial edge of losing their homes, having their car repoed, losing their job, and being financially bankrupted by medical debt. And none of this is really being spoken about. The layoffs continue. The factory and plant closings, they continue unabated. And I'm seeing entire towns being devastated. When a factory closes up that employed 300 or 400 people, that's going to have consequential effects to that local economy. And I'm seeing that take place all across this country. And at the same time, I'm seeing schools and colleges close up. And as I've said before, this economy, this country will not remain at the #1 economic spot if we don't educate the people. If we deny the public a good education, in less than a decade, we're going to fall from #1 economically to the bottom, because the rest of the world, they're moving up. They're educating their public. They're building up their infrastructure. And America, we're spending money on bombs. We're giving away money for war. And meanwhile, this country is going through an eviction crisis. Car repos are surging like never before. And the pink slips, they continue to be handed out. But you won't hear about that. You'll hear about the Dow soared 600 points. And that's doing nothing for the little guy on the street. Half of America is not in the stock market. Now, Wall Street, they're raking it in. They're making millions, billions. And if you're fortunate enough to get a bit of that trickle-down economics, hey, I'm happy for you. But most of America, they're not seeing it. And you can go to any place here in this country, middle America, to the cities on the East Coast, to the South, to the North, and you're going to see rampant drug use, homelessness, and businesses boarded up. And it doesn't look like it's going to stop. We're headed into a nuclear winter. Now, in one of my last videos, I spoke about the good possibility that the government will be shut down in October, and that could last through at least Inauguration Day. And if that happens, you're going to see the demise economically of this country accelerated greatly. And come 2025, we're going to have a record amount of homeless people on the streets. Now, the Supreme Court has made homelessness pretty much illegal. And my guess is they're going to attempt to round people up, put them in jails, and somehow put them to work for menial labor, for menial wages. And we'll see how that works out. But again, the only beneficiaries to that will be Wall Street. So America is in a conundrum, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. There's nothing I can see over the horizon that's going to fix the debacle that we're in. Now, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.